when you tar an entire community with the same brush, you paint everyone as an illegal immigrant from a certain community, or paint all the cookies as drug warlords, that is bound to cause animosity, and that is something that many are accusing the chief minister of doing.
You know, there are two things which have happened. You know, the tribal context have been broken down into a religious context. Now, if you look at the chat box, you know, you have statements like this, you know, we want a Methi Hindu state. Someone is saying that only Kuki churches are being attacked. Someone is saying, what about Naga churches? I mean to say, I take those things very seriously, even if I say that, you know, these are bogus, you know, these are not the real people. These are not the bots. But look at the conversation. Conversation is a template. It's like a narrative, where the news is being discussed. And news is being discussed on the religious line. And he very rightly pointed out, Mr. Chaudhary, that it's a place which is surrounded. You have China on one side, Myanmar on another side, you know, you had Bangladesh on one side, and Northeast has undergone through colonial administration a sizable presence of non-Northeastern people who were the Babus there, the Sahibs there. So, you know, the colonization was double. It was felt very differently. It was felt differently before independence. It was felt very differently after independence. The colonization is not the word, but, you know, sense of foreignness, you know, people who are from outside, and, you know, they enjoyed the position of power. So Northeast that way felt things very, very differently. You wanted to say something, Brijesh?
No, I agree with you what you're saying, and you know the fact is that Manipur or Northeast has also a long tradition of feeling alienated and was not considered as, you know, I mean it's
from the mainland,
improper and all, but yeah, it was always the other land, and you know the kind of treatment they have been meted out and all. It has a you know a history of being treated a different way. The Babus who came from Delhi, you know, went from Delhi and were the Maibaps or the Sarkars over there. They didn't understood the complexity with the dexterity which it required, and this is the reason, you know, a majority of the blowback is against that as well.
I have a specific question for the two of you. You know, we're talking about how much anger there is against the chief minister and the state government's handling of the entire situation. The Congress, many other people have demanded the resignation of N. Biren Singh. Now we are told the Nagaland Rising People's Party has also blamed the chief minister squarely for this situation, demanded his resignation and imposition of president's rule in Manipur. And this is very interesting, Kartikeya. They say that, you know, the responsibility and the blame for these ethnic clashes lies squarely with the chief minister, who has shown through his actions that he is the chief minister of only one community, and he has dehumanized, and I'm only quoting them here, that the chief minister has dehumanized the cookies as poppy cultivators and drug warlords, and branded the cookies wholesale as illegal immigrants. Now, you know, these are the kind of allegations that keep coming up. We know that the cookies and the Methis have been trading allegations, but you know, these are serious allegations that are being leveled against the chief minister of the state.
These are not mere allegations, these are the sentiment on the ground. You know, there's a
and he is a Methi chief minister.
He's a Methi chief minister. There are many who believe that, you know, that you have a Kuki DGP, you have a Methi chief minister, and the harmony of the tribal exists. But the dominant feeling or the dominant narrative is that yes, the administration is taking side of only one particular tribal community and is not taking side of the other. The Methis have argument that, you know, that we are the majority, but look at the land, we cannot buy land, our land is shrinking, and you know, they can come and buy it in any part of the state, but the same is not extended to us. So why can't we be given ST status when historically we were STs before that? So, you know, there's too much of history, there's too much of personal hurt, there's too much of pragmatism also as to, you know, this day and age, losing your land or not able to expand your territory where you are the dominant force. It does color your perspective, and it does gives you a sense of outrage. The other side, you know, whether it's back on the wall, which feels that they've been persecuted for long enough, the poppy cultivation or the, you know, the dominant narrative is that, you know, one side is the one who does the poppy cultivators and they should be banished or they should be dealt very strongly. All of this is, you know, what it is doing is that it is intensifying the hate and rage both sides are feeling against each other. And I think the government, more than getting law and order back to normalcy, which is a normal course of a scenario as far as the situation is concerned, because it's the primary duty of the state as well as the center to bring law and order back to normalcy. The point is, how will you bring the normalcy to these sudden spurt of hatred